Good evening and welcome to our 45th edition of the Wildcat Sports Network. Summer is over, school is back in session, and the Friday night lights are back on. That can only mean one thing: football is back in season. On tonight's episode, we have a great test as we face off against the number 3 ranked team in the state of Arkansas, the Pulaski Academy Bruins. We have Coach Wood with us as always, plus the much anticipated 2018 football hype video. Today is Friday, August 24th, 2018. Football is back, and the Wildcat Sports Network starts right now. Joining us as always to help kick things off is Coach Wood. Coach, thanks for being here and welcome back to another incredible season. Now, this is your 13th season here at HAR-BER, and it might look a little bit different than other seasons here for a lot of reasons, but we'll get back to that later. Will you tell us a little bit about the preseason and what it's looked like in the off-season for the Wildcats?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing we tried to get doing when we started back in January is just kind of some of the restructure and how we went about, the day-to-day, and got all our groups and squads and had a leadership council put in place, and really it was decided on by the team themselves, so they were picked by their peers, and we just kind of really focused on getting better each and every day, not worrying about the big picture, but just the daily wins, the 1% better. It took us through spring, was really nice. We had a really nice spring ball, and then instead of going to a local team camp, we went up to Pitt State, get away, get in the dorms, just to continue to build relationships and become stronger as a family. And so we go through all that. We get into July. We've had some good 7-on-7. We were in 2 tournaments, won one of them, the others rained out. We were going into that bracket play as the 1 seed. So I like the growth of our guys and just kind of really focusing on us and, establish core values, a mission statement, vision statement, and get into fall camp. And our guys just keep trying to get better every day. They're hungry to do well. They're hungry to please. They're hungry to get on the field and prove what they can do. And as a coaching staff, we've been really proud of them and wherever they've started at to where they are today.
Yeah. Now this year, like I said, it's going to be a little bit different, and you're taking a little bit of a step back and letting your new offensive coordinator, Jared Schoonover, call the plays this year. We'll talk a little bit about why you decided to hire a new offensive coordinator and for him to call the plays instead of you.
Well, I mean, the big thing is, I love offensive ball. I mean, if you asked any of my guys, they know that's still built in my DNA. But, when you step back and you globally look at the size of our program and the needs of all kids within our program, to be able to work and go down and watch our defensive guys and, just kind of really focus on the day-to-day stuff. It's just, you get to that point where, you're just more hands on deck. And I've still been able to interject and be a part of what we're doing a little bit offensively, but, kind of letting these guys just run with it. The bottom line, when the day's done, I believe in our kids, and I believe in their ability to execute, and I believe in our coaching staff. I think we've got a tremendous group of guys leading these guys each and every day, positional coaches from a scheme standpoint, and I think Schoonover has really come in and really embraced the opportunity. He's got a lot of humility, wanting to learn, wanting to apply, his flavor and what he believes in with what's made us successful here. And, over the 12 years, we've been very good on offense. We're usually always one of the top 3 in the league. And everybody knows what we're going to do. We're going to run the ball. We're going to throw vertical. And, Jared's going to come in and build off that. He's going to add some underneath stuff, a little bit more to the screen game. And I think what he can bring to what we're doing here really complements who we are and where we're headed.
Mm-hmm. Now, last year you lost a lot of key seniors, and this year only returning a couple starters on offense and defense.
Right.
Besides those starters, who are some players that kind of stood out in the offseason?
Well, I mean, it just, that's where it gets really tough because there's so many kids that stepped up. And they stepped up in different roles. Everybody gets caught up with who the 11 are on offense and defense. But really to have a high-level achieving program, you've got to have guys in all areas and all facets and all parts of the program to step up and do the jobs. And so, when we get going into it, you look at guys like Justin Moto, that he's been our assistant for 2 years. He's now going to step out there and be a starter for us down the road. He's out right now with a hand injury. But, Justin Moto's really grown in this program and really done a really nice job for us. I think up front with a Jonathan Ray that's been our system 2 years, a guy that you just probably don't know his name, but he's our strongest kid in the program, him and Keaton Eagle, and they play hard. They play at a high level. And then you look at Nick Fuchers that played for us last year, Gabe Baker, Carter Carlton that steps up at outside linebacker. And, it's just one after another kid doing that defensively and offensively. Alex Larson played in the offensive line last year. He's back. Blaze Witchen has experience at quarterback. He's back. Excited to have Nick Buchanan out and Micah Seawood, Luke Sawyer, which is one of our leadership council guys that can't find a guy that's going to work harder than him. And then you go in, it continues to go forward because even like in practice this week, we had an intensity day, and one of our core values is purpose, passion, and juice, and have a purpose every practice. And some of the guys' purpose in a practice is to be a scout team guy, and their role within our program is to make the ones better. And they don't get the attention that they deserve on a Friday night, but if we don't have those guys stepping up each and every day to make us better, we're never going to achieve what we need to. So it's just a global effort. So I really, to be able to just pick one or two guys out, it doesn't do service to all the kids that's really bought in with a with our vision statement, mission statement to make Har-BER the best we can be.
Well, Coach, thanks for joining us. We'll bring you back in the show to take a look at your Week 1 opponent in Pulaski Academy. But right now, let's take a look at this past Friday night as a pigskin preview helped kick off the 2018 season and gave fans a first-hand look at this year's Wildcat team. Take a look. With football season right around the corner, the pigskin preview offers a great opportunity for all fans, coaches, and players to get excited for the best part of fall, football.
Well, what I like about the pigskin preview is that we bring all these kids in from Hellstrom, from Tyson, from Central, Southwest. They're all going to be Wildcats at some point in time. It gives us momentum for the year. It gets the 7th graders out here, the 8th, the 9th, the spirit squads, and all the football players. They get a chance to play in the field here, experience the crowd, the concession stand, all the excitement here at HAR-BER High School. It's a great night to start the year off for us.
With the pigskin preview, it not only gets the year started for the football teams, but also gives parents the opportunity to see their kids under the Friday night lights.
It's just an awesome opportunity for us to get out, let the parents see the kids and the hard work they've done, get the jitters of the kids that have never played at Hellstrom before out. Central gets an opportunity to get under the lights. It's kind of a game type situation, but more importantly, it's the environment of getting excited, the energy, the fan base, the students here. It's just an awesome experience.
Each year, the pigskin offers a fun experience for everyone in the city of Springdale, including one particular student at HAR-BER High School.
Feeling the energy of just a high school football game again, it was pretty exciting. It's nice to see everybody again. I saw a lot of friends from Springdale High School, so there's just quite a bit of people there I got to hang out with.
The HAR-BER Football Showcase is the best part of the year, a time when you can sense that football is back, and a chance for fans and students to get excited for another awesome year of football. For WCSN, I'm Nick Luttrell. The Pigskin Preview is a showcase of junior high school football, cheer, and dance, as well as our sophomore Wildcats, as our seniors were away playing in Tulsa. We're going to take a quick commercial break, but don't go anywhere. When we come back, we'll have senior wide receiver Luke Sawyer in the studio. WCSN will be right back.
Champions are not merely born, they're forged in the crucible that is flag football. With equal parts turf, pigskin, and heart. That's why Buffalo Wild Wings donates to boys and girls clubs across the country to not only help thousands of kids learn about teamwork on and off the field, but to help them fulfill their destiny, to shred defensive lines, terrorize the secondary, and emerge bonded as true champions.
Ozarks Go from Ozarks Electric Cooperative is leading the fiber revolution, connecting the divide with high-speed broadband access to close that gap. From cloud to cloud, post to post. From downtown to way out of town. To connect our customers to a world of blazing speed and access to absolutely everywhere. It's our customers connected and energized with Ozarks Go.
First Security is here. Only here. So that means we're here, here, and here. Even here. And definitely here. Because here is where we want to be for you. First Security Bank. Only in Arkansas.
I think Springdale Schools is a great place to teach. They have cared about my salary. They have cared about my time.
Administration is awesome. They want to be there for the kids. I mean, they are #1 priority.
The staff, teachers, everyone's very nice, very polite, and very welcoming. It really feels like a family.
It's always good when you have a diverse population like Springdale for kids in the classroom to see people that look like them, so it gives them a role model.
I always say if I had somebody like me in kindergarten that could speak both of the languages, that would be tons of help.
We go out of our way to provide everything that we can so that their children can get a wonderful education, because they are the leaders of tomorrow.
Northwest Arkansas, it's growing. That's one of the great things.
I am originally from San Antonio, and I cannot tell you, this is a wonderful place to raise your children.
It's just a great place to live, to work, and just to have fun.
Welcome back. Here with us now is senior wide receiver Lucas Sawyer. Luke, I'm sure last year didn't end the way any of you guys wanted to. How do you think this year's team is different and might even surprise a few people?
Well, it's obviously different in terms of the players that we're going to have out there. We had a lot of guys graduate, and some guys just aren't here anymore. But I think the biggest thing is we got a lot of guys that are willing to step into their roles this year and do everything they can for the guys around them. Everybody's pretty selfless. I mean, we hammered it down all offseason. You know, it's not about you; it's about the guy next to you, and everybody's really bought into that. And you know, when everybody believes the same thing, that we're going to accomplish the same goal, it's hard to stop a group of dudes like that. So
yeah. What were some of the areas you really focused on over the preseason, off-season area?
Well, as far as you know, football itself, we really focused on, you know, being the toughest team on the field and the fastest team within a 20-yard area. And we also focused on the mental side of the game too. Just, you know, whenever things aren't going our way, we had to work on, you know, staying together, sticking together as a team, and making sure that we focused on our goal and didn't let really anything stop us until the 000s hit the clock.
Mm-hmm. And now this year you've got a little bit different offense going on, a new offensive coordinator, Jared Schoonover. Will you tell us what it's been like adjusting to these new changes to the offense?
You know, it's been a change a little bit. Our offense has changed more from like a, you know, like pound it down your throat, chuck it deep, to more of a, you know, like we're going to spread it out to a lot more dudes. And but it's just been great because everybody feels like they have an equal opportunity in the game, and you have, as a defense, you know, they can't just scheme for one guy. They got to scheme for everybody on the field at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Now tonight you'll face off against Pulaski Academy, a team that's primarily known for outscoring their opponents. What does HAR-BER need to do to get the win tonight?
Well, they're a great team, and they're obviously, as you mentioned, they're a high-powered offense. So we just got to make sure on defense we go out there and you know, don't really get bent out of shape about giving up a couple yards here and there, but making sure we stop them when it counts on 3rd and 4th downs, especially, and, you know, in the red area, red zone.
Mm-hmm. All right, Luke, thanks for joining us, and good luck tonight. We're going to take a quick commercial break, but when we come back, we'll have senior linebacker Nick Fusher will be joining us. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Wildcat Sports Network.
People treat us like we're kids. Yeah, we're kids. We're also all-stars. We're quarterbacks. We're fighters. We're teammates. We're hype men. We make each other strong. We're kids for now, but we're all-stars for life.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
Hometown. That word still means something here. It means we're neighbors. We do the right thing. We care about your family. And you deserve the very best every time you walk in the front door. HAR-BER. Hometown fresh.
For WCSN, I'm Ashlyn Grace Brothers. No, you gotta own it. You gotta be like, for WCSN, I'm Ashlyn Grace Brothers. For WCSN, I'm Ashlyn Grace Brothers. No, I'm Ashlyn Grace Brothers. Okay, I'm Ashlyn Grace Brothers. Better. Yeah, but don't you think I should add like so? Ow! Red, yellow card. Is she gonna be okay? Yeah, they always do this. Okay, so you said, I'm Ashlyn Grace Brothers. Yeah, just no. But don't you think that I should add something like, that's the way the cookie crumbles, or, ooh, okay, good one. I could say something like, no, just one more time. Okay, for WCSN, I'm Ashlyn Grace Brothers. Much better.
Welcome back. Joining us now is linebacker Nick Fusher. Nick, last year your defense was unstoppable, including 5 shutouts, but you've lost a lot of the seniors and starters from last year. How's the defense looked over the offseason?
Over the offseason, I feel like we've adapted better with losing those seniors. I feel like we've just replaced them and actually potentially gotten better. Over the 7-on-7 tournaments that we've had, we did shutouts on them, and we ended up first bracket in one of them, and I believe we won one of them. And I feel like just over the offseason, we're going to be just getting better over and over.
Now, as one of the few returning starters, how are you being a leader on this team this year as a senior?
Being a leader is for me, I'm just trying to hype everybody up, keeping everybody as a positive attitude. So if anything happens bad, or if we get a pick or something like that, we're just going to keep the energy high instead of being just low.
Yeah. Now tonight you're going to face off against one of the most explosive offenses in the country in Pulaski Academy Bruins. I believe they scored over 50 points in nearly 70% of their games last season. How do you guys figure you can stop this offense, including Hudson Henry?
I feel like we're just going to have a great offensive line, or not offense, but a defensive line with Jonathan at nose, Blake, and we'll have Eagle on the end. Having them continuously pressure the quarterback will keep Hunter Henry from potentially getting a pass, and we'll also be blitzing quite a bit on the linebacker side of things. But for our corners and stuff, I feel like they're going to be really good at stopping him from getting anything. And if he does, then we'll just bounce back from it.
Thanks, Nick. Good luck tonight. Let's take another quick break. But when we come back, we will take a look at the future of Springdale football, something that has been a tradition for over 65 years. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Wildcat Sports Network.
You can love where you live and play at an apartment community managed by Lindsay Management Company. Affordable apartments with awesome amenities, including clubhouses, fitness centers, pools, tennis and basketball courts, and playgrounds at select locations. Many locations also include golf privileges, business centers, game rooms, tanning beds, whirlpools, saunas, and resort-style swimming pools. View rates, photos, and apply online at lindsaymanagement.com.
If you absolutely, positively want the best heating and air company in Northwest Arkansas, then you need to call Absolute Heat and Air with over 73 years of combined experience. Their technicians are fully licensed and insured, background checked, and drug tested, so you can absolutely trust Absolute Heat and Air. They offer $49 service calls all year long, 24/7, 365. The absolute best value around. Call Absolute Heat and Air or visit us online.
Will gives to Garrett on the draw. He's got a hole. Garrett inside the 20. Garrett still going inside the 10. 5, touchdown Springdale.
Hi, I'm Dennis Buss.
And I'm Don Strubin. And we want you to join the Varsity Club.
It's a club that connects former Springdale High and Har-BER High student athletes, coaches, and administrators.
Plus, funds from this club may be used to support scholarships and teams.
For charter memberships, you only have to pay $20 a year.
But for the first 5 years you're out of school, members only have to pay $5. Join now.
The Varsity Club.
Seconds, he still had gone. 7, 6, 5, Perry to the rack. Good! Perry off the rack, Hempfield's full court shot, no good, Har-BER wins! Tyler Perry holds the ball for 2 minutes and then finishes off the glass. Har-BER in full control.
Switching gears, Kiwanis Kids Day football has been a Springdale tradition for 65 years now, with great players like Damian Williams and Mayor Doug Sprouse making their debut here. It's a chance for kids to get on the field and discover their love for the game, but it's also a chance for our own WCSN team to practice their skills for the upcoming season. Here's the story. With the Springdale Kiwanis Kids Day football program, it's given young athletes a chance to not only hone their skills on the gridiron, but more importantly, shape them into the future of Springdale.
It literally starts the path of my whole life was Kids Day football. You know, it introduced me to football. It gave me a place to be, a team to be a part of, and taught me a lot about life that you don't really learn in the classroom. It's a lot of fun to reminisce and then to see the excitement through their eyes also. You know, they're kind of experiencing it for the first time. They get to play in the lights, and it's kind of their first introduction to contact football. The people that came before me, you know, that played Kiwanis Day football and then came back and coached as a parent or just a volunteer, seemed like the right thing to do.
For Kiwanis coach Donald Tucker, it was the people ahead of him that showed him the way. But for Wildcat O-lineman Peyton Henderson, it was about giving back to his community.
I just wanted to give back to them because I thank them so much because I love football. I just love the passion of it. I love Springdale football. I could see just how I used to be when I was little and how I looked at all my coaches, and just it was really funny to see how they wanted to learn the passion of the game. Springdale and also all the Kiwanis communities out there is just a great place just to get to play football and also get to know the person beside you.
Not only is Kiwanis a great program for young athletes, but also is a time when the HAR-BER television program is able to prepare for the upcoming Wildcat football season.
So we use Kiwanis as a training platform. We get all of my crew for WCSN together. We practice the camera movements, we practice setting up and tearing down, we practice streaming. So it's really a great asset to us because they're getting that training way before actual football games start. And it's a great hands-on experience for those students. And not only that, it gives them a head start into a career world should they want to pursue that.
It's clear the impact that Kiwanis football has and always will have on kids all across Springdale, Arkansas. Whether it be a Brandon Burlsworth or Bray Cook, these kids are the future of our city. For WCSN, I'm Nick Luttrell. Back with us to help close out the show is Coach Wood. Coach, let's get right to it. Tonight is your first game, your first home game. How big of an advantage do you feel it is that you have this game at home tonight?
Well, I think it's huge, especially with a young squad that doesn't have a lot of varsity experience. Being able at home, there's nothing like a home environment. With the Blue Crew in the stands, our band, the energy those two groups bring to a home game, I mean, it's a special deal. Our guys feed off of it, and, you know, being at home, going through your normal day, I think it's always a big help.
Mm-hmm. And tonight you guys face off against what could be the toughest non-conference game of the year in Pulaski Academy. What can we expect out of the Bruins tonight?
Well, I mean, Coach Kelly does a fantastic job. They've won 4 straight titles at the 5A level. They've been known to nationally play anybody that's out there. And for us, I mean, we've got tremendous respect for the program. We think, you know, iron sharpens iron, and you know we're going to get out there and we're going to compete tonight. It's going to be a good ball game. We're going to learn a lot about ourselves, and you know they're pretty dynamic within how they approach on their kicking game with onside kicking every time they don't punt. I mean, those are big key components, and he's got the numbers to back up why you do it. And then offensively, they're wide open. They've got the #1 tight end in the country coming in here. I think that's going to be exciting for Razorback fans, trying to get that guy to commit there, to be out here and you know to see a little bit of what he's doing. Defensively, I think they did a really good job mixing up their 4-3 front. Really aggressive defense will bring pressure. You know, for our guys, it's just to weather the storm and just stay the course and be able to persevere for the challenges, because you're going to have adversity in the game. It's how we react to the adversity that's going to define this game tonight for us.
Now, you talked about that #1 wide receiver / tight end in the state, Hudson Henry.
Yep.
How do you guys think you can stop him tonight?
Well, I mean, I don't think when you're talking elite players in not only the state and the country, I mean, I don't know if it's about stopping them. You know, they're going to get their yards. It's just about being, you know, having every play trying to win each snap, and you know he's going to get his, and we understand that, and it's just prevent the big plays, eliminate the other guys, and just do the little things you got to do to win a football game.
Coach, what do our Wildcats need to do to walk away with a win tonight?
Well, I mean, the critical stuff's in the kicking game. You know, we've got to be really good 4th down defensively, get off the field, because they'll give us a short field. The other thing we've got to be able to do is if they have opportunities to onside kick, is, you know, we got to recover the onside kick. I think he's put out the stats. If, you know, they recover 2, they win 77% of the time. If they recover 3, they win 100% of the time. So, you know, we read into the stats as well. So we've got to be really good in that. Offensively, we've got to get points on the board. You know, in the red zone, score touchdowns, minimize the opportunities for field goals.
Coach, thanks for joining us tonight, and best of luck.
All right, thank you.
That's all the time we have for this show, but it wouldn't be a football without Wildcat Hype video. So to help us close out the show, here it is, the 2018 Wildcat Hype video.
What is pain? What is pain to you? Do you understand? Do you even know what pain is? Stop running from it. Embrace the pain that you're going to feel when you're trying to do something great. Let's change what follows our I am. I am successful. I am powerful. I am great. I am amazing. What follows your I am is going to shape your day, your year, and your life. I am great. I am amazing. With greatness comes pain. Pain can't be your enemy, it has to be your friend. You have to learn to embrace that pain. You have to learn to dig deep. When you feel that pain in your heart, when you feel that pain in your leg, the pain in your arm, you gotta learn to push through, dig a little bit deeper. Just know that the other person on the other side that wants to conquer you, wants to defeat you, is going through the same thing. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna impress their will upon the next man, the next woman, the next person that's gonna struggle through the pain? On the other side of pain, are you all in? Are you ready to sacrifice? No more excuses. Get it done. How bad do you want to be great?
That was produced by our HAR-BER television program. Time was put in over the summer to help produce that for tonight's game. That's it for us tonight. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms at HAR-BER WCSN and check out our newly created website, wildcatsportsnetwork.com. For Superintendent Dr. Jim Rollins and Athletic Director Wayne Stellick, I'm Nick Luttrell. Up next is Kickoff. We'll see you next week.